Okay, so there we are. And I want to put in a open string there, and I want that to be a quarter note, so while it's still highlighted I'll change it. Hey presto, it goes to quarter note. I want to put in a bass note there. Hey presto, there we go. All quarter notes in this one, so I want to go bass, bass, bass. Okay, so you can go along like that, and just to show you can actually come back to where you were, I want to come back here because there's notes I want in there. So we have a double stop slide here, so I want 4th fret G sharp there, and come down onto the next string I want 3rd fret there, which is a D. Okay, now I want to slide into both of these, so you select them, sliding in from above in this particular case, and you have to do them both. Okay, so slide in from above, there we go. Now as I showed you before, because this is repetitive, do that. Now hold it and shoot up like that, and you will get the blue line. Okay, so that's click and hold and push it off and get the blue line. Right click, copy, click where you want it, paste, and it will paste over the top. Paste. So there we have it. Now, okay, as you remember from there I was on triplets. See what's happened? It's retained the triplets. So if I go into this measure, that comes up red. Right? Red means it's not complete. So, oh, what have I done wrong? Yes, I've left the triplet thing function on. So we'll go back here, highlight one of them, and if you got there, you'll see that the triplet function is lighter color. So just click it off, and it disappears. Okay, and I'll have to do again there because I'd left it on. All right. So now that I've moved out of that bar, it goes back to normal color. Finished. Okay, so we're now down to bar 7, and where was I? Yep, I want to complete this bar. Move along there. I want another bass note in there, and I want to go up there for a second, an F sharp. I want to go across. I want, oh, now what do I want? Yep, a bit like the one before, I want triplet feel. So I'll go back to the triplet, click on that. Okay, so now it stays in the bar, but they got to be done on the quarter note, and then I move across. Up here, it's a pull off to there. Okay, now if I remember rightly, you go there and do that on the note before the pull off. Okay, do that again, take that off. I want to have that pulled off to there. So I click on the 2, and I go to the one which is hammer on. That doubles for hammer on pull off, as you see it comes up there. So there, and that's a pull off. Right, okay, next note is coming back down onto the next string here, and I want to hit on the 2nd fret, 2 on the numeric keypad. There we have it. Okay, this time I'll move across to the next one, and moving on to the eighth measure. Now, the 8th measure is a complete copy of this one. Now, it's like hold the arrow below the note and drag across, holding the left button down. So do that. Right click on it, copy, insert your cursor in the measure you want to go, right click, paste. There we have it. That's quite quickly done, and that's achieved what you want to do. Okay, that's fairly straightforward. Shouldn't be too difficult for anybody. The next measure is also a copy of this one. So right, we'll do that again, show you what I mean. Hold the cursor below the measure, click and hold and drag across, covering all of them. Don't go too far, otherwise you get all of them. So take it off and just make sure you only copy what you need. Right click on it, do copy. Come down here, we'll open up a new measure by putting the arrow across and do paste, and there we have it. Okay, so moving on. Except, tell a lie. This measure changes slightly because I want this one to also be a quarter note. That's a slight change from the last one, but moving across, and I want to go back up to the 2nd string and put in a 2. Okay, so even if it's not exactly the same or as close, you can copy and paste and then still edit it afterwards. That's very useful to learn. Okay, now The next one is moving along into the next bar, the 10th bar. What I want to do is I want a bass note on the 5th string, and it's going to be a already set 8th note, and go up to, oh, it will scroll right round, see, if you go too far, and put in a 3. Okay, that's a G. Then I want a 0, that's open string, that's open E. Then I want to do a 2, 2nd fret, that's F sharp, but I want a bass note in there again, so I come back down to my bass note, put in 0, it's open. Then no bass note here, but I want to go back up and do an open E, come back across, back down, another bass note, back across 1, using your left and right arrows to move, remember, to negotiate. Right arrow again, another open, and come back up, oh, too far, for another open one. Okay, so hey, we're rocking. Next one along, next bar along. Okay, there's a couple of triplets in here, and it's all on the tell a lie, 8th note, so we'll leave that sitting at 8th note, and we'll start doing this one. Okay, so down on the 6th string, I want a bass note. I want an open note on the 2nd string, so that's a B. Now I want triplets, so I'll click on the triplet button, and I want a 3rd fret here. Now this is a little bit different, so pay attention. This is something that might catch you. I want to go to a 2nd fret, which is F sharp, no bass note. Then I want to go to an open string. Now what I want to do is I want to do a pull off on all 3 of them. Pull off from there to there to there. Okay, so on that one, on the 3, which is the G, go the hammer on, pull off, da. Right, okay. Now do it again on there, da. And see what happens is the slur or tie, whatever you like, goes right across the wall. That gives you a pull off from that to that. So that gives you a pull off from the G to the F sharp to E, open, all in one in a triplet manner. Moving on, right. I don't want triplets here, so I'll switch it off. Here I want 2nd fret, and I want open. There's my bass, still a quarter note, and as you see, we'll automatically wrap it round so it fits neatly. Come back up here, open. Down here, I want triplets again, so we'll stick on the triplet effect there, entuplet, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going open, and I want a bass note as well, open, and I want to hammer on this time. So I want to hammer on to 1, so highlight that and do hammer on this time. Oh, tell a lie. So I want to do hammer on, always the note before, keep that in mind. So hammer on, so there we go, it's going open to hammer on. Move it across 1, and I want to finish that on a open B string. So there we have that one.